Hey everyone, welcome to another video and welcome to Dub Ventures.
Hi everyone, so we are back from holiday. We had an amazing time and now we're back. We have some changes we need to make to the van.
So because we've been on a month road trip in our hashtag VW Swamper, having that amount of time in the van, we've learnt some things, and you know what guys, we need to make some changes. So the biggest change that we need to make is something that we found out very quickly whilst we was travelling, and it's the food situation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because we ended up wasting a lot of food, and the reason for that is the cool box system. It just doesn't work for us. So the system that we've got at the moment is we have the cool box, and when we travel it's plugged into a 12-volt power socket that we have in the van, and then when we park up overnight we would take it out of the power socket that's powered by the leisure battery,
plug it into the EcoFlow,
and then that would power the cool box overnight,
and then the next day we'd plug the EcoFlow and the cool box into the leisure battery, and then that would charge them both back up ready for the night time.
Exactly. Now the system works, but the issue that we have is the cool box, it doesn't get very cold inside, does it?
No, and then obviously when it's warm outside, it doesn't keep the food cool enough to keep it fresh.
Yeah, because we ended up like pulling food out, we had to bin because it just didn't look fresh anymore.
Enough, but it kept the drinks cool and things, yeah. And it did keep things cool, so we had to keep going shopping a lot more often than what we actually wanted.
Yeah, but for what we want to do, and we was travelling for almost a month, it just didn't work. So very quickly we realised that this system, it just doesn't work. So what do we need to do?
We're buying a compression fridge.
Yeah, we are. So we're going to be looking for one, and there's so many on the market, but we are going to be changing the cool box system, and we are going to get a compressor fridge. The other thing is as well, you don't get any like readings of it. It doesn't tell you what the temperature is in the cool box, and it's guesswork into it. So but yeah, the cool box is good if we was doing like maybe 1 or 2 days trip, but for something what we just done,
it needs a proper fridge.
Yeah. So let's give you an update on the flame system that we use. Now you will have seen before we went on this month-long road trip that we only just got the bulkhead done and the tambour door and everything, so we could have this like separate storage area. Now we had this frame built, Paul, thank you very much. It worked fantastically, and you know what? We had everything like set in its own place, and you know, and we've got like boxes where they don't move. And obviously we don't have everything in the van that we was travelling with because we've got the cool box out now, the suitcase isn't here, the EcoFlow's not in. But do you know what? This works, so we are going to be keeping this system. But what we're thinking about doing is, we're thinking like maybe like put like a shelf unit, if you like, coming across here and put this frame on top of it, and then like build some units here. That's going to be something that we're going to be looking at. Now when we do actually get a fridge, what we're going to do is, it is going to be going in this area because we're going to be getting like a big one. We're not going to get the smaller ones that like typically fit as part of it, like a typical sort of like camper van build. We're going to get like a big one because, like I said, when we do trips, we're going to be doing like trips that are like a month long and things like that. And on that, we have got an exciting trip coming up next year, but we're going to tell you about that later. So we're going to have to make an adjustment. Paul, thank you very much. We're going to have to make an adjustment here because obviously the cool box is designed to sort of like fit in that area there, but obviously we need to make it bigger, so we're going to get that done. Now a bit of a problem that we had, again, that we found out on this road trip is we was using I was using my phone.
Yeah, like Google Maps.
Yeah, Google Maps, you know, for like to use as the sat nav and everything. Didn't like really think about it, but because we did a lot of like touring off like the beaten track and we went to a lot of places that we've not been before, there was times where we found we didn't actually have a phone signal, which meant we didn't have a Wi-Fi signal. Now that meant that some of the like exploring that we was doing, we kind of got lost, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we didn't have any like phone signal like a few hours at a time, and we didn't really know where it was going. Now we do have like paper maps with us, and when we go to places, you know, we were sort of like using that.
We do have a lot of like the tourist maps as well that takes you on your route, and you can actually kind of find your way around, because I did with
because you look at place
the
points,
Northumberland one we did. I managed to figure out where we was and how to carry on round to it, but we do actually have a proper road map as well, like paper.
We need to get a sat nav system, don't we?
Yes. So I know that you can get offline maps, but as Tom mentioned, we're going on a very big road trip to Europe next year, which is exciting. So a sat nav will be perfect for that trip. So most importantly, something I really struggled with on this holiday was not having a mirror. I mean, in the last van we had a mirror on the sun visor, which I used all the time to do my hair, my makeup, you know what it's like, girls. On this holiday we didn't have a mirror because the sun visors in this van doesn't have one, so I need to buy myself a mirror.
So a big part of this trip that we did that was something like that was new to us, because we've obviously not had one of these before, was the rib bed. Now the traveling on this and having it like where we could use it like in the lounging position, you know, we 1 minute was like sat here, we was chilling looking that way, then you could adjust it so it's like sat looking that way, and it worked really well for us.
Really good for us.
Now there's a couple of times that like you slept on the bed a couple of times, I slept on the bed a couple of times.
When we're relaxing at night time, sometimes I fell asleep on here, so I'll just stay on here rather than going up there because it is a bed.
But it's when it's in the bed position, it's quite hard, isn't it? And it bothered you more than it bothered me.
I've got issues with my back. It's really uncomfy on something that's too hard. So.
But what we have decided is, because again with all the travel that we've got coming up, being able to use this as a bed, it makes sense for us to get
a mattress topper.
So yeah, we're looking for a mattress topper because it will just make it more comfortable.
But one that we can store in the back as well.
Yeah, because we don't want to like keep taking it in and out. So it's, you know, nothing that's like too big or anything. It's just like specifically just for this seat. So it's the first time that we've used like, you know, our bed system, like the upper bed if you like. And it is so comfy. The orthopedic mattress is really comfortable. We're really pleased with it. Thing is, we've got a double sheet on this. Now because we had this mattress custom made, it's not exactly the right size for a double sheet, is it?
There's a double bed.
Yeah, but there's a bit sort of like missing because we've had it custom made. There's like, it fits like a certain way.
So the sheet doesn't cover the double bed with a double sheet. So I've been and bought a big one. Get round that side and help me with the sheet. This is heavy. You're just taking the sheet and putting it on your side. We're trying to put it on the heavy bit.
Another thing that we found, and now before you start putting it in the comments, I know that we have said this to you guys a lot in the past about if you're starting out in van life, you don't need to overpack. You know, a lot of people take too many things. We've always done it and we still seem to do it. We take too many things, don't we?
Not when it comes to shoes though.
We take too many clothes, like we took too much food and everything. We didn't use a lot of it, so that's something that we've learned as well.
I started filming this, the postman came and brought me a delivery and I'm all excited because it's something for me. It is a mirror for the van. So the reason why I picked this was because it was fold away, so it's perfect for the camper van, and that it just stands up so that I don't have to hold it as well. So it's a little stand. So if anyone else needs anything like this, I'll pop a link in the description.
So as you can see, there's quite a few things that we need to get done with the van, and we need to get these things changed before we go on our next trip. Now, by the time that you've seen this video, we'll probably be on that trip. And where's it we're going, Brooke?
The Northeast 250 in Scotland. We've never done it before and I've found lots of places to go
I know,
visit.
there's a lot of amazing places. I mean, some of the things that you've shown me is just like, wow. So we're going to get on with, because we need to do some
research.
I was trying to think of the word then. We need to do some research about the different items that we want, and as soon as we've got them, we're going to let you guys know. So we have lots of exciting videos to come, lots of updates, big update coming, big
Exciting
update. So you'll find out what that is soon. So hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and until the next video guys, bye for now.